AYX starting with a big drop this morning. Alright, save AAXN ping. AMD's up a little bit, PayPal's down a little bit. So market looks like selling off just a little bit here after the holiday. Let's see. Sorry, YouTube changed stuff on me, guys, so things are a little quirky. And I'm feeling out of sorts right now because things are different. The heck am I doing? Alright, I'm going to my stocks profile. There we go. Now things make sense again. All right, so market's pulling in here just a little bit. Yeah, good morning, Rob. Happy December. Oh. All right. James is scaring our birds off in the front yard. AYX, NASDAQ. A little bit of PayPal. AMD. Going sideways here. All right, so market pulling in a little bit. Okta looks like it may start to actually pull in. It's kind of consolidating here for a bit. We'll see if it's going to roll lower. On the 5-minute, looks like it's undercutting some levels. Morning, Eli. Check out Globalist. The Globalist. NIO, 7%. Your friendly NIO. How's this thing been doing? Ooh, it's got a nice big cup on it. Look at that. Wow. Maybe or maybe not ready for prime time. We'll have to see, but that is a definite form of a base structure. That could be interesting. The rest of the market looks like it's kind of floundering about right now. Holiday season's getting ready early this year. INSG. Ooh. Highs. Yeah, we kind of missed that a little bit. That's sitting up there, new highs, good volume. Looks good. Pullback buy possibly there. FleetCor Networks looks like it's trying to break out of its high, although it already kind of did that. Up 2%, still loosely buyable up here. Volume this morning, not that great. It's good, but it's not great, but it looks like we are extending up. A little more volume than we had on this day, which ended up with this candle. So that's pretty good. Morning, Aram. So not too bad there for FleetCor. It looks like it's starting its little run there. ENDP. Looks like it's into some highs this morning as well. Trying to get over these recent highs. Hasn't quite made it yet, but looking like it. Higher volume day on, what was it, Friday, which was a half day. Look at the volume on Friday. This was a half day, and it was almost average. So that's an aggressive buying day right there, especially for a holiday. So getting up to the 200 period moving average, see if we can get over that. CLRAO, GENDP. That's one we just looked at. Okay. Not much going on with this list. Let's check out the lows. Roku. Woo. My goodness. Down 11%. That's not very good. See, that's normal holiday volume right there. What happened to Roku? Oh, Morgan Stanley. Not a very good way to start the week right there. MongoDB bringing in almost 6%. Big red candles this morning. Failing out of levels. Going to come down and looks like test a 20-day moving average. Broke through the 10-day. Beyond Meat down again. That's a surprise. Trade Desk taking some profits from the run up here past couple of weeks. And back to some normal names. I'm going to get rid of those. There we go. MANH. Could just be starting your long, slow decline, but you got a nice trend line right there. Like a topping situation at the moment. But regardless, on the bigger picture, doesn't look too bad. All right, so market kind of languishing this morning. We'll see if we can get some momentum later. Actually getting some momentum right now. Looks like we just caved in a little bit. See Tesla, AMD up here. What's down? Okta, AYX. And Xilinx down a little bit. IPHI. IPHI with the head and shoulders here. Ended up closing this one out on Friday. Domino's Pizza up there. So, looks like some choppy action today, everyone. Domino's Pizza on the weekly trying to get back up towards recent highs.
Can you help him? I'm asking you to help him. Thank you. You know what? Ethan, forget it. Just go get your shoes and socks on, okay? And I'll do it.
Hold on a minute. All right. Nasdaq 0.65%. It's a pretty big breadth in that candle so far. Let's look at that intraday here. Straight down. Got 20,000 volume. We'll see if this is our range or if this is going to be a very hurtful day. So the Bollinger Bands here on the Nasdaq are starting to contract a little bit. Usually when Bollinger Bands contract, it means volatility is reduced, and here we ended up dumping ones or Bollinger Bands. Not exactly, right? They started to contract here and they got tighter, tighter, tighter until we finally broke, and we broke to the downside. And this one's already fairly tight, so we'll see what happens here. Visa down 1%. Okta down 3. PayPal down 1.25. Looks like not really participating. So not much trying to break out of that. It looks like we have some big selling candles. Breaking through the 10-day. Great pocket pivot right there. Maybe a pullback buy in a little bit, but not right now. My only highlighted stock up here is Tesla and ENDP. Yeah, nothing major right now. Tesla looks like it's going for a little bit, but ENDP possibly stalling. We'll see. A little bit of space here. I was looking at work for a minute. Never really transpired. Down about 4% today. Yeah. Doesn't look like much to do today. Looks like market's pulling in a little bit. If we can find a bottom, that could get a little bit interesting, but usually a little bit of selling on a Monday continues for a little bit. Usually they won't fake out for half an hour. They'll take almost the full Monday. Let's see what IBD has to say. I don't like their headlines anymore. Nothing really substantive. Check out the top stocks. See what Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft's up to. Apple not doing too bad. Been consolidating here the past couple of weeks, it looks like. Super duper tiny cup and handle. Facebook also just moving this way back up towards highs. Amazon doing the same thing. A little bit lower for Amazon. Chopping around the... It's the best Cyber Monday sale. Goldman Sachs even advertised it for you. You got Visa down 1%. Yeah, it's bad sale. And Microsoft looks like it just keeps chugging along. The volume just keeps declining too. It's less and less people sell Microsoft. Wonder if Apple's the same way. Yep. Almost look like the exact same volume signature. Well, if you want though, Wheelie, you can get 5% off MongoDB. I know you've been waiting for that sale. So right there. You go ahead and buy your dip right here, Eli. Right on Mongo. Use your gloves. 6% off now. Look at that.
Say goodbye.
Bye, Dada.
Bye, James. Have a great day. Bye, Ethan. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, Mommy. See you later. D-Dog. Well, D-Dog is just a kiddie roller coaster. It's my kind of roller coaster, Rob. Don't make fun of that. Well, let's get a little bit of support down here. Still kind of holding that gap day. So, I mean, that's a positive. Failure to rally is a negative in my book. So I actually exited the position. I don't feel like with options there's too much of a holding cost. So I just exited on this one. But you know, the ability to bounce back is always good. It hasn't broken down. So if you're just holding stock, as long as you're willing to hold down here to 35 and wait for a bounce, I think you may be okay. But with the market floundering about up here, you may see some type of a corrective action. You could assume D-Dog and a lot of stocks are going to start rolling with the market, which is lower. Maybe lower position size a little bit, if you don't want to exit altogether. But may get a little bounce here up a little bit, hopefully, if the market allows it. So far this morning, kind of a high volume, possible bottoming candle right there. That closed pretty high in the range. Fortinet. I actually exited Fortinet. And yeah, it is flattening off, forming a little bit of a base structure here, pulling in a little bit too. But no, I'm not in Fortinet. Like I said, I trade a lot of options. They have a lot of time. Options have a lot of time-based expenses associated with them. So I usually exit if something looks like it's reversing a little bit or something like that, or just market's a little queasy. But Eli's saying buy the dip or wait for the breakout per usual. Well, I don't know if it's wait for the breakout. I've been doing a lot of reversal buying lately, but so far we're not reversing yet. We're just extending lower. Visa's a pretty good bellwether for the market, and Visa's heading in, extending losses. You can see our actionable list is now pretty firmly green, or red, excuse me. Pretty firmly red here. AMD red, ENDP red. So the only thing up here is Tesla. Tesla saving Domino's. Carvana's not doing too bad. Wish I still had my Carvana position, but Carvana's still, lots of green days in a row right there. That's pretty nice. Momo's still above its little descending triangle. I don't mind this at all. That's not too bad. Earnings came, had a little shakeout event, and then kind of right back to where we were before. That's not too bad. Not too bad in Momo. Okta down 4.5% right now. Sell-off not abating as of yet. This could be a nice pullback event for Okta. It's pretty aggressive. And volume doesn't appear to be that aggressive though. 278,000 out of 2.3 million average. That seems manageable. Okta with a big move up here, and then ability to hold steady rolling over this morning, but yeah, no major buy area as of this moment. Well, we're above that trend line, so that could be that's actually not bad. I wasn't quite expecting that to line up with our lows that we're at right now, but it does a little bit. Not too bad. ENDP still holding up pretty well. AMD trying to hold its own. So, a little dangerous up here, 7.3% for the NASDAQ. See volume already about 3/4 of Friday's volume. Holidays. Holidays always mess with the exchanges. Not very fun. PayPal extending down a little bit further, pulling back into the base. Not very healthy action. And not much intriguing right now. How's Disney doing? Disney holding. Not great. Not bad. Just holding. Yeah, so I did see a news article on Alibaba over the weekend. Oh, they're probably talking about that breakout right there. That's a pretty good breakout for Alibaba. It had a breakout at 184.23. Right now we're at 196, so not too bad there. Good volumes here recently as well. That's a very nice volume candle. Not sure what that was about. Oh, their Hong Kong debut. They IPO'd in Hong Kong. So Alibaba pullback could be a blessing. Could, if it pulls back a little bit, maybe into the 10-day moving average or something like that, that could be a nice entry point for Alibaba potentially. A couple of really nice, actually many nice volumes. You got over here, you have a whole swath of higher volumes and a couple pocket pivots over here, maybe three. So pullback at this stage of the game, actually pretty nice. Looks like it's already filled that little mini gap. We'll see if we can come back down a little bit more, but that could be good. Not sure if I have Baba on here. Doesn't look like I did. There you go, Eli. Now MDB's down 7%. That's a sale, man. That is a sale, coming all the way back down to the trend line. I'll get you 9% back up to the middle here, up to the 150. That's not too bad. So 0.83 for the NASDAQ right now. Just walking lower little by little. Not sure what they're spooked by today. And IBD's list isn't much help. Thanks for nothing, IBD. Not happy with them right now. Actually, got in touch with the content editor for IBD, actually, and open lines of communication with that gentleman. 50%. Man, I haven't looked at my tab here for so long for my stocks tab listed. I'm not sure what anything is anymore. Oh, speaking of which, here's a link to a William O'Neill chart list of stuff that he's annotated. So, yeah, there you go. Now, keep in mind, William O'Neill is much more about, well, he's a lot about charts, but William O'Neill is very heavily into fundamentals and the story of a stock. So, I haven't read through this thing completely. It's pretty big. It's pretty long, actually. But so here's your Black Friday special. You get a free PDF. I'm going to download it in case I take it off S3 at some point. Oh, I already downloaded it. Okay. Cool. Anyway, yeah, so take a look at that when you have, spare 2 hours. He goes through a tremendous amount of charts over here with a bunch of stories as well. One thing that's different, I follow a guy on Twitter, Gilmo, from the Gilmo Report. He actually used to trade with William O'Neill and is co-author of How I Made 18,000% in the Stock Market or something like that. Also William O'Neill Disciples. 2 very good books. These guys coined the pocket pivot, as a matter of fact. So they're excellent traders. And he's been saying a lot lately that the breakouts that haven't been working, you're better buying on the run up from the lows. So I'm trying to learn a little more about that, so we can start doing a little more about that. I've been trying to do that on my own anyways, but this guy is really good, so I'm trying to learn a little more from him. But anyway, that's a good list from O'Neill. So the whole general point about that list is that I think the story of the stock is a lot more important than necessarily the chart of the stock. So if the story is really, really excellent, then I think you can give the chart a little more leeway. So, all right, NASDAQ down a full 1% right now. Looks like everything's coming in. Everything but ENDP for some reason. AMD, Disney's still holding on. AMD coming in a little bit more. .13%. Domino's Pizza still kind of leading the board here, not breaking out though. 1.22% for the NASDAQ here. Yeah, Roku, last time I saw it was down, was it 11%? We saw it earlier. Now it's down 15%, yeah. Looked like it was coming back and then boom, distributing at the highs again. Not a good sign for Roku. NASDAQ 1.25% almost. Looks like it's finding slight support. Visa down 2.2. That's pretty aggressive for Visa. So a middle Bollinger Band there in blue over here still holding up. See if that's going to remain the case or not. Work down with MongoDB down about 7%. Look at all that red. Okta. All right, firmly lower here, coming back, getting close to testing the 20-day moving average. AYX pulling in substantially too. See, there's elevated volume right there, about equal with the past 2 days, which were both basically holidays. But still, this day just started. I have to thin this list up. Excuse me. Skyworks holding nice and strong. Notice the strength in these environments when you got a lot of things breaking down. Ring looking really good. Pretty sideways here. Looks like we're maybe trying to break a trend line. A minor one here. BEP still rocking. How the transport's doing? Loosely higher, but they don't appear to be rocking and rolling to the upside right there. 1.34 for the NASDAQ now. That's not so good. Oh, looks like manufacturing data is in its lower manufacturing number, which is why we're dropping, it looks like. .4% down for the NASDAQ now. Weak manufacturing. We're not manufacturing much in China anymore, at least a little bit less, so it doesn't bode very well. .32 for the NASDAQ. All right, maybe trying to bounce back a little bit. What kind of sell you getting out here on Mongo, Eli? Looks like 8%. Is that good? 8.37? That's closer. I know you were thinking of a slightly different number, but 8.37. 8.37. And our green's all but gone right now. We got Tesla, Save, which is Spirit Airlines, Court, Domino's, AXN, INS, and Ring. Don't mind Ring. Nice and tight right here. Not too bad. All right, guys, well, I'm going to get out of here. Market seems to have stabilized for right now on that manufacturing output numbers, so we'll see if it's going to extend or not. Yeah, a little bit of a scary Monday so far. We'll see if that continues. So look at your strong names. You got Save, Tesla. Ring looks pretty nice in this pattern. This is a very broad, probably would be considered a saucer and handle on the weekly chart for Ring. So you can maybe look at an opportunity kind of in this area. Maybe. Nothing definitively breaking out yet, but a couple of nice pocket pivot right there. That's a really nice pocket pivot. So, but I'm going to get out of here, guys. Go get something to eat before the crypto show, as crypto's loosely, or Bitcoin's loosely sliding away from us. So, all right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.